who wants to study for higher study, who wants to go in the higher study either of scientific field or in medical field or in engineering field, that student must keep in his mind all these terms always, and it must be noted by your mind that there is not question of cramming. Do not try to cram it multi times, but do understand well each and every term and keep in your mind with clear concept. It will boost up you in your progress. First, we will see melting point or freezing point. Melting point or freezing point are both the same points. What is meaning? If we have a piece of ice, suppose its temperature is minus 40 degrees Celsius, and if we start it heating by a water bath. Why water bath? Because uniform heating can be by water bath unless it will be ununiform. Heat water in another container, and by the effect of this heat, ice piece will get heated. What is meaning of heated? Its temperature will rise from minus 40 degrees Celsius to minus 39 degrees Celsius, minus 38 degrees Celsius. Finally, when its temperature reaches at 0 degrees Celsius. Initially, in the record of thermometer, you will watch gradually temperature rising, continuously temperature rising in thermometer. But as soon as the ice starts melting, the rise of temperature in the thermometer can be watched very easily, that the rising of temperature stops up to that time in which ice has got totally melt. After melting, we get temperature, we get water of the same temperature 0 degrees Celsius. There is no rise of temperature, but there is change of state of the matter. So this phenomena, melting point, again come here, the particular temperature. For ice, that temperature is particular at 1 degree, 1 atmosphere. At 1 atmospheric pressure, that is a particular temperature for ice to melt. So that point is called melting point of ice. If reverse, if by any mean, if we drag out by a freezer, if we have 0 degree Celsius water here, if we have suppose 10 degrees Celsius of water here, if we use freezer here, there you can record decay of temperature 10 to 9 to 8 to 1, but it will start freezing, means the water state is going gradually in solid state, and some pieces of ice can be observed in water, but the temperature remains 0 to 0. 0 degree Celsius water is going to be converted into 0 degree Celsius of ice. There is no temperature change, but there is change of a state of the matter from liquid to solid. So that is freezing point. Freezing is reverse process of melting, but both of the processes take place at a particular temperature for a particular substance. If we change the substance, melting point will not remain 0 degree Celsius. Melting point for wax is 63 degrees Celsius, and melting point for iron is 1536 degrees Celsius. Melting point of platinum is 177 degrees Celsius, and melting point for tungsten is very high, 3500 degrees Celsius, and melting point of carbon graphite, melting point for graphite is 4500 degrees Celsius. And very commonly those temperatures cannot be had in our metallurgical department. Those furnaces are quite difficult to have. Some metals can be melted but at high temperature. We are here studying about melting point. Melting point for the different substances is different. Also, one thing is remarkable. Melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure. But if you press a piece of ice with high pressure, it will melt even at below 0 degree Celsius temperature. -1, -2, -3, -4. It will depend upon the pressure applied on the piece. So, melting point of ice is no longer 0 degree Celsius if we exert high pressure upon it. There is a specific condition. At 1 atmospheric pressure, it can be. Ice will guaranteedly melt at 0 degrees Celsius only. And at 1 atmospheric pressure, wax of your mombatti melts at 63 degrees Celsius. You can watch it, you can experiment it by a common thermometer in your home. But wax should not be heated directly on the flame. It must be heated by water bath or sand bath you can use for smooth heating or uniform heating. Now come on, another process, boiling point. Boiling. What is boiling? If in a container we have simply water and just put a thermometer with the help of a stand in it. Suppose initially the thermometer records the temperature of this water as 20 degrees Celsius, and if you use a simple burner here, heat goes into water. Heat supplied by the source of heat to the water system rises temperature. Why rises temperature? With the rise of temperature, we note that molecules are absorbing energy to enhance their kinetic energy. But at the moment when there is change of state only and there is no temperature rise, it means the supplied energy is taken out by the substance in enhancing its potential energy only. So supplied heat is increasing temperature of water. Gradually it records 21, 22 up to, and temperature goes up to 100 degrees Celsius, and you record here boiling state. Some bubbles in the bottom of the vessel can be observed. Some bubbles are observed here at the bottom of the vessel, and they, due to low density, they form a bubble of vapor. The bubble does not contain air. That bubble in the liquid contains the same liquid, but in the vapor form. There is not air. In this bubble, there is no air. There are water molecules. Water molecules has to be many molecules. And they are enclosed by water film. This bubble does not contain air molecules. It contains water molecules. And due to low density, it goes upward. And on the surface, highest surface place, the film, water film surrounding the vapor is broken and the vapor goes out. In case of boiling, the vaporization is quite rapid, but water can be evaporated at any temperature. Suppose we have a plate of glass or any utensil, just lay out a thin film of water by your hands on and observe in few seconds the water have got disappeared. This was vaporization, not boiling. Water gets converted, or any liquid can be converted into vapor form at any temperature. But boiling is taken, boiling process can be at a particular temperature. What is fundamental difference between evaporation and boiling? Boiling is quite rapid in comparison to evaporation. At boiling point, water or any liquid rapidly vaporizes, but at a particular temperature and at a particular pressure. You can observe if you have pure water and at 1 atmospheric pressure, its boiling point will be 100 degrees Celsius. But if you take alcohol, are you accustomed of alcohol? Do you know about alcohol? They know alcohol, but they cannot say alcohol. They know alcohol. This is a very common liquid nowadays. अल्कोहल। सबसे ज़्यादा भीड़ यदि कहीं देखने को मिलेगी तो इस दुकान पर शाम को 7 बजे। सबसे ज़्यादा भीड़, आप समझ गए। अल्कोहल, अल्कोहल मीन्स its formula has C2H5OH. Its formula has 2 carbon atoms, 6 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. This is alcohol. Alcohol is of many types: methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, butyl alcohol. Many types of alcohols are there, but only that alcohol are used by men for many medical reasons. Only this alcohol, and I am talking about this alcohol. Its boiling point is 78 degrees Celsius, below 80 degrees Celsius. And mercury boils off at 339 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure, and sulfur boils off 444 degrees Celsius. Very good. The boiling point of sulfur is VIP number of sulfur. Sulfur boils off. Do you know about sulfur? Sulfur is a solid piece. Sulfur is a solid, but that is not metallic. Sulfur is non-metal. What is color of sulfur? If you have a piece of sulfur, it is hard like stone, but by color you can identify it. The color of sulfur is matching exactly with her shirt. Of the same color sulfur is. Sulfur solids, when heated, at first it melts, and liquid of sulfur boils off at 444 degrees Celsius. Mercury boils off at 339 degrees Celsius. Boiling point for different liquids is different. Is there any question or doubt from your side? Now, common burning point. Though this point is not mentioned in your curriculum, though this point is not mentioned in the contents of your books or in contents of the chapter, but I think it will be better to give you some knowledge about it. Burning point. Your common experience is to burn anything. First, you use a flame for this tortoise coil. This mosquito coil, to start its burning, you need a flame to catch fire. It is our common experience. When we flame out anything, it catches fire. either it may be straw or dry woods or coal in your home or a gas. To catch fire, we flame it. But catching fire or flaming to anything is not needful. Only burning point is needful. Burning point, anything burns or catches fire automatically at its burning point. Such as, I give you one example. If you have white phosphorus closed in a cover, a white phosphorus, just you cover up it with something and have temperature in room, have room temperature below 20 or below 30 degrees Celsius. You have temperature below 30 degrees Celsius. Means your room temperature is 29 degrees Celsius, 28 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Celsius it may be. But as soon as you open its cover in greater than 31 degrees Celsius of atmosphere, if there is atmospheric temperature 31 or more, as soon as the atmospheric temperature comes into contact with phosphorus, this temperature, if atmospheric temperature is greater or equal to 31 degrees Celsius and that atmosphere comes into contact with the white phosphorus, automatically it will catch fire by burst. And just you can see, if you have an iron plate and just you lay down a paper piece on this iron plate and just heat iron plate, gradually the temperature rises of iron piece and paper is in contact with the iron plate. Gradually temperature of iron increases, the temperature of paper piece also. As soon as the temperature of this paper goes up to 450 degrees Celsius, suddenly you can observe, suddenly it catches fire without flaming. Burning point is the point at which any solid burns or any liquid starts burning or any vapor starts burning. Burning point from material to material is different, but burning point is for solid, liquid and vapor separately. Burning point for solids are different and burning point from solid to solid is also different. Such as common paper is this, but white phosphorus is this. But burning point of mobile air is quite high in comparison to burning point of petrol or burning point of diesel. In engine when diesel burns but mobile oil does not burn. In engine when petrol vapors burn but mobile oil does not burn. Why? Because burning point of mobile oil is quite high in comparison to diesel or petrol. Every vapor has its own specific burning point. Every liquid has its own specific burning point. So burning point is something another. But you must have in your notion about burning point, though it was not mentioned in your book. Now, very important things are latent heat and specific heat. Latent heat and specific heat. Latent heat is related with change of state of matter. Change of state of matter. Latent heat is change of state of matter. Latent heat is related with change of state of matter, such as from ice to water or water to ice. First. Secondly, from water to steam. At 100 degrees Celsius, and from steam to water, condensation. Latent heat is related with change of state of matter. For this changing, for ice or water, it is 3.34 into 10 to the power 5 joule per kg, but for this it is 22.4 into 10 to the power 5 joule per kg. Entire this heat is absorbed by the matter to increase or decrease. It's a potential energy. It increases or decreases potential energy of the system. Potential energy of particles. This is change of potential energy of the particles. When ice melts and is fusing in water, it absorbs this amount of energy. But it's reverse process. when water is freezing out, the same amount of energy is going out from the system. When energy is going out from the system, then particles are losing their potential energy. But when we are heating ice to melt, the particles of matter are taking the same amount of energy to enhance their potential energy. So, latent heat of fusion or latent heat of melting is that amount of energy taken by 1 kg of the substance. Only for change of state, not for change of temperature. Temperature does not rises. Temperature remains same. So there is change in potential energy only. But in another case, specific heat. Specific heat. This specific heat is the amount of energy that raises the temperature of substance for 1 degree Celsius. Suppose we have 1 kg of water, 1 kg of water of 10 degrees Celsius. If we want to raise temperature of this water by 1 degree Celsius, you will need this amount of energy. To raise temperature of this 1 kg of water of 10 degrees Celsius, if you supply this amount of energy, 4.18 into 10 to the power 3 joule. If you supply this amount of energy to 1 kg of water of 10 degrees Celsius, you will find change in temperature of this water by 1 degree Celsius. And if you watch rise of temperature of substance, its meaning is that supplied energy has been absorbed by the particles of the matter for increasing their kinetic energy. And it's a reverse process also. If we freeze out, it means suppose the initial temperature of this water is 10 degrees Celsius and the water mass is 1 kg, and suppose surrounding temperature is 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. Since surrounding temperature is 5 degrees Celsius, this amount of water, 1 kg water, will gradually lose its heat energy. Gradually, energy of this water will go out in the atmosphere very gently, and you can record decay in its temperature, that is 9 degrees Celsius. Temperature is 9 degrees Celsius. If 1 kg of water loses 1 degree Celsius of temperature, it means the same amount of heat, 4.18 into 10 to the power 3 joule per kg, the same amount of energy, this one, 4.18 into 10 to the power 3 joule energy has lost this system of water. So, by rise or decay of temperature of the liquid or solid, we record whether the system is absorbing heat or it is losing heat. When temperature decays, the system is losing heat to the atmosphere. But if there is a record of rising temperature, it means the system is absorbing an energy from anywhere outside. Either it may be oven or atmosphere. Suppose temperature is 10 degrees Celsius of this water and atmospheric temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Then atmosphere will supply heat. Atmosphere will supply heat to this water system, and you can record a rise of temperature. If 1 degree Celsius it goes to 11 degrees Celsius, it means the same amount of energy has been absorbed by the molecules or particles of the water. And what had happened to the particles? The kinetic energy of particles was increased. Rise or decay of temperature is symptom of change in kinetic energy of the particles. So specific heat for the different materials is different. For water, this one is 4.18 into 10 to the power 3 joule per kg, but for copper it is this. For iron, this is 0.48 into 10 to the power 3 joule. For aluminum, it is highest in metals. One thing, for different metals or for different substances, specific heat also is different. For different substances, specific heat is different. Specific heat. What is a specific heat? That amount of heat which raises temperature of substance by 1 degree Celsius is a specific heat of that material. If mass is considered of the material as 1 kg. We generally use in nowadays joule per kg. In our student life, in that old days, we had used unit of specific heat as calorie per gram per degree Celsius. Calorie per gram per degree Celsius. But in this age, all over the world, in scientific field, engineering field, medical field, all over the world, this unit is being used, joule per kg. So, you can remember some specific heats of some substances. Hence or otherwise, you will have to consult the tables, given tables for different substances. You can consult to calculate some problems. To solve some problems, calculation is needful. Then to solve some problems, you will have to consult the table of a specific heat for substances. Also, a specific heat of a particular substance is somewhat different at different temperatures also. The specific heat of 100 degrees Celsius of steam is different from the specific heat of steam of water at 200 degrees Celsius or 150 degrees Celsius. On every different temperatures, the specific heat of substances are not constant. But to train you in solving the problem We treat here some constant value for constant substances, but that is no longer is constant at all temperature. The specific heat of gases and steams varies with the temperature. That is no longer constant. With temperature and pressure it varies, and you will have to see or record the tables, steam tables or gas tables, to solve your numerical problems. But in your capacity, that is far more sufficient to now come on for evaporation. Evaporation of water takes place at all temperature. Evaporation means gradual vaporization of water. What factors affect vaporization? A vaporization is affected by first temperature T, second humidity, third speed of air, and fourth area. Vaporization, what is the meaning of vaporization? Gradual changing of liquid to gas or vapor. Not boiling. Boiling is also vaporization, but at particular temperature. But commonly, vaporization takes place at all temperature. Suppose you have a folded cloth with you, and cloth is wet. Suppose you have a cloth folding. You have cloth folding. And it is wet. You want it to get it fried or dry state. You want its dry state. What will you do? First, you will open its folding. By opening its folding, what are you doing? You are increasing its area of folded cloth has got increased. So, fast vaporization can be observed. In comparison to folding wet, the area of unfolded same wet cloth area will be larger. So, its drying process will be faster in comparison to that. So, after increasing area, we have quick vaporization. Another, if you have good temperature rather than 10 degrees Celsius, and this is 45 degrees Celsius in summer season. In summer season, you can have in summer season 45 degrees Celsius, but in winter season you have atmospheric temperature, this one. In this temperature, the same cloth will get dry up quickly. And what is humidity? Water vapor is always present in our atmosphere. Water vapor. H2O molecules of water are wandering in our atmosphere with the molecules of oxygen and nitrogen. In air, oxygen, nitrogen molecules and water molecules are simultaneously wandering. If water molecules in water get increased, the humidity of air gets increased. If you just have a pocket of biscuit in a rainy season, if you open a pocket of biscuit in rainy season, you will observe in few minutes it gets moistured and you cannot feel its kurkurapan in your mouth. But in summer season, it will not be. In summer season, if temperature is quite high, the same biscuit pocket can be opened and for hours you can have its kurkurapan. Why it is so? Because in rainy season, the humidity in air is high. But in summer season, humidity in air is quite low. What is meaning of humidity? Presence of, what is meaning of humidity? Presence of water molecules with air. When amount of water molecules in air get increased, humidity of air gets increased. But when water molecules in air are lessened, the humidity gets lessened. So vaporization process, evaporation process depends on 4 factors. Temperature, rise of temperature enhances evaporation, rise of humidity decreases process of evaporation, speed of air, if speed of air increases, the evaporation process increases, rate of vaporization increases with the speed of air. Suppose you have some clothes in open area and wind is blowing with good speed, you will observe your clothes are dried in some smaller time. So, by increasing speed of air, we can boost up the rate of vaporization or evaporation takes place quickly. Area. By increasing area of liquid, we can increase the rate of vaporization of the liquid. Now, come on, sublimation. Sublimation. When some of the substances are heated, they get converted from solid state to vapor state directly without going into liquid state. Some solids on heating get converted into vapor without melting to liquid state. The process is known as sublimation. The process is known as sublimation, such as camphor. शुद्ध प्योर कैम्फर पीसेस हैं यहाँ. Heat it gently. You can observe they are not melting, but vapor of camphor can be observed directly from solid state to vapor state. This process is called sublimation. Some substances like camphor, iodine, anthracene, ammonium chloride, and phenolphthalein. Show sublimation. Some substances are noted here: camphor 1, secondly iodine 2, anthracene 3, ammonium chloride 4, phenolphthalein 5. For example, 5 substances as example show. 5 examples show sublimation. What is meaning of sublimation? They get converted from solid state to vapor state directly on heating. The question is, can we have camphor in liquid state? Can we have iodine in liquid state? Yes, we can. By changing temperature and pressure. But that is a special case of all the 3 states. in contact. That is another case. But very commonly at 1 atmospheric pressure, when you heat camphor, it gets converted into vapor. When iodine gets converted into vapor directly without melting. This process is called sublimation. Now, how many states of matter can be? How many states of matter can be? Normally, 3 states, solid, liquid and gas. But 2 states are abnormal states also. When very low density gases are supercooled, they get converted into Bose-Einstein condensate. Bose-Einstein condensate. Bose is very great name in the field of physics and very intelligent man, Bose. I have seen his work in paramagnetism in higher level. The name of Bose is in field of physics but in higher study of physics. And this work of Bose was collaborated with Einstein also. So that form of solid is known as Bose-Einstein condensed state, that is at very low temperature. What is the meaning of low temperature? That temperature may be in 0.00001 degree Celsius. At minus 272.999 degrees Celsius or nearly at 0 degree Kelvin. We cannot have 0 degree Kelvin temperature, but in neighborhood of 0 degree Kelvin temperature, that condensate has been possible and has been reported by some scientists, but many physical or chemical properties are still to be studied and we do not know about its details, but it is in existence, we can say. Another is solid state. Another is solid state of matter, as you are accustomed about many solids. And the third is liquid state. You are also in touch of this knowledge. And fourth is gaseous state. But at very high temperature of lakhs degrees Celsius or crores, every atom and molecules gets ionized, and in the fifth state, that is plasma state of the matter. In plasma state of the matter, there is only ions and electrons only. Ions of atom in nuclei form and electrons. This is plasma state of the matter. That plasma state of the matter is different from your blood plasma. That plasma state of stars or sun is different from your blood plasma. Blood plasma is a field of study for medical areas, for zoological and botanical surveys. That plasma is quite different from this plasma. This plasma state of the matter is at very, very high temperature. But this plasma state of matter we can have in lab also, but in very small amount by discharge tube. When in discharge tube in air we apply a very high voltage and very low pressure here, very low pressure here we can have by evacuating 0.1 centimeter, and we apply an AC voltage for more than 1 lakh to 2 lakhs volt, 2 or 6 volt. If it's 30 centimeter. Between high voltage electrodes and low pressure of the gases, we also can produce plasma in the labs. But that plasma property differs, because this plasma state in sun or stars, it is at quite high pressure. But this plasma state of the matter in the discharge tube is at quite low pressure. So their properties are somewhat different from that property. But what is meaning of plasma state? Only ions and electrons containing matter, a matter containing only ions and electrons, charged particles, is plasma state of matter.